Right, it's the last and a very busy plenary session of this term. The Lib Dems are the only ones really defending your interests in Europe, so don't forget to vote on the 22nd of May. This will be a tough election. This week was a big win for the Lib Dems, but also for road safety campaigners such as Nazan Fennell in Birmingham, and also particularly a personal success for myself, which I'm very proud of. We were successful in pushing for new rules EU-wide to make lorries safer and more environmentally friendly. This is vital to get rid of these lorries we see on our roads that have looked like upturned shoeboxes for decades. They have too many blind spots, a front that can push pedestrians and cyclists underneath the wheels. This is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to change all of that. This success that shows that by working together in Europe, we can make our streets safer. The European Parliament also adopted a big banking reform to ensure that if a new banking crisis is ever to happen again, it will not be the taxpayers that will have to pay to repair the damages. A special thanks to Sharon Bowles, Lib Dem MEP for the South East, and of course Chair of the Econ Committee, for her massive work on that reform. As the employment spokesperson for the Lib Dems, I'm very happy of the outcome of the vote on the posting of workers. I have worked very, very hard to set out a clear set of rules for when businesses send workers abroad temporarily. It will help tackle fraud, abuse, but also protect workers better. It will also allow for the development of the EU's single market in services, which was huge and has a huge economic growth potential. There's another thing I'd like to say about that. We actually moved from a position with the UK government on this file where they were part of a blocking minority stopping anything going forward, to a point where the UK government is actually backing this change. And again, this is a file that I've been looking at after myself, and I think it's one of my biggest achievements of this Parliament. We also adopted a new measure that will prevent workers from losing their supplementary pension rights when they move to work abroad. This is also what the EU is all about, making it easier and fairer for people wanting to move abroad. Now, do you know that whales, dolphins and anything that eats jellyfish get confused and eat plastic instead? Plastic bags kill literally millions of marine creatures every year, as it was exposed to me by the Marine Conservation Society I visited in Herefordshire in Ross-on-Wye. I'm also happy to say that today the European Parliament voted in favour of dramatically cutting plastic bag use across Europe by 80% over the next 5 years. Of course, the Tories voted against that percentage change. Regional products. As the MEP for the West Midlands, I make sure I defend our region's interests in Europe. That is why I voted in favour of a European scheme promoting regional products. Shropshire blue cheese, for instance, could win EU cash to boost exports around the world. It is a good example of how the EU can provide practical help to small businesses, build up the reputation of quality local speciality foods and increase sales, helping the local economy.